you ran the Grand Canyon from rim to rim, right?
Rim to rim to rim.
Rim to rim to rim, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that work, and what's the mileage like?
I don't know my mileage. This was before I was wearing any sort of smart watches or anything. That was crazy. And one of the girls that I was with, I was with a really small team. And one of the girls that I was with, she actually ended up getting hurt. And I had to carry her pack as well on the final climb going up. And that was just, man, I'll never forget. That was the first long distance endeavor that I had embarked on. And at night, going up that final climb, I believe it took us like 12 hours. And at the end, of course, we were going really slow, and we had somebody who was injured with us. Injured, but it was manageable. Like, she just messed up her ankle or something. It's really rocky. A lot of the ground is just broken and uneven. So you have to have really good footwork and be really conscientious of like where your foot placement is the entire time that you're running through the Grand Canyon. And man, you talk about your mind playing tricks on you. Going up that final climb of the Grand Canyon, you just had so many switchbacks and going back and forth. And I remember my sights were just continuing to look up at the top of the climb. Like, it was pitch dark. You couldn't see anything. The stars were out. But every time I would go up on the switchback, I kept thinking that I would see this light at the very top, it would have been like a parking street light.
Mm-hmm.
And, and then I would come back around, and like, I kept thinking that it was getting close, but like, it wasn't. And, dude, you talk about like your mind just like playing freaking tricks on you. And, I held on to like the focus of the light, no matter, and gradually it just got closer and closer and closer. And then I remember, I got so far up, and I heard someone yell at the top, "Ashley Horner!" And dude, I was like, oh my gosh, we made it to the top. It was the best feeling in the world, but that was a great experience. I definitely want to do it again.
Wow.
So you just got to know the right times to go.
Those switchbacks that you're referring to are basically little donkey trails, right?
Yeah. We did pass some donkeys on the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's those are narrow and dangerous for sure. And running at night just makes it exponentially more fun, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you did, you've got a lot of great endeavors. I mean, accomplishments just in this, you got business, but in this fitness world and human performance, you did a run from Virginia Beach, North Carolina, right?
Mm-hmm. I
now,
did. Yeah.
That was separate. That's a totally different deal from any of these other endeavors, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. I ran down the Eastern Shore. I did have to take a ferry. I don't know if it's Moyoc where I had to take a ferry.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember the little town that I had to stop in, but yeah, I ran down to North Carolina. I have a foundation called the Unbroken Foundation. It's for women and children of domestic violence and helping to support them and empower them. And so, my first run kicking off the foundation, it was down to North Carolina to raise money for a shelter down there.
Yeah. So, I like it, man. You got a lot of stuff going on. So what's your next big goal, big challenge you've kind of given yourself? What do you got going on?
I don't know. I mean, that it kind of comes back to just being the hybrid athlete that I also think there's something. I think I just thrive really well in the darkness and just being alone. I know that it's kind of hard to explain or describe like how it is when you're just out there and you're just going through the grit, and a lot of times you have to do it alone. Mm-hmm. But there's something like within me that just kind of craves that, if that makes sense. And I know that because people are like, why would you want to like do that to yourself and suffer? And a lot of it has to do with also all of these long endeavors that I've done, most of them anyways, have been for a charitable cause that has been near and dear to my heart. So that's kind of like my why and like my reason behind it, and the different things that I've done. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything in the future. I know in the fall I'll probably do the 25-hour row again. It's on a Concept 2 rower. I just did the second annual one. Oh no, it's in the spring every March. So I just did my second year where I rode for 25 hours on the Concept 2 rower. And that was for a local nonprofit out here called Spike's Canine Fund. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah, I think I've heard of them. Tell us about them.
Yeah, so Spike's Canine Fund, they help. The number 25 comes from the $25,000 or the 25,000 working canines in the U.S. And so that's where the number 25 came from. And Spike's Canine Fund helps outfit the working canines with ballistic vests. And they help cover their medical bills if needed, like if their department can't cover any medical bills.
Oh, yeah.
So that is that's been a charity that I've worked pretty closely with for, I don't know, like 6 years now. And this last row that we did, I think I raised over $20,000 or something crazy within 24 hours. So that was pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you. And yeah, I like that your solo events are purpose driven for something kind of bigger and greater than the event itself, you know? So that's a cool trait.
Yeah. I think that's important. You know, I have this, you know, for the longest time, I was a single mom for the longest time. Like I really struggled financially. And I kind of went on this journey for a while of defining what I thought meant success. And so, you know, I started chasing after being a bona fide fitness model, and I got that, like the covers and whatever. And, you know, and it was fine, but it didn't really fulfill me like I thought that success would truly feel on the inside. And so then I started chasing after like sponsorships or endorsements. And because I was like, oh, if I reach that and I can be like a sponsored, you know, fitness person, that would be what would define and feel success to me. And it didn't really feel like what I thought success should feel like. And then I went on the journey just continued to where I started chasing financial success. And I was like, well, if I could just make a lot of money, that has to be what it means to be successful, and that will define what success is. And I don't know. And then I hit a milestone, and it was just like nothing really changed. Like I didn't change. Like it was supposed to be successful. That's what like the world was telling me define success, and it didn't really define success to me. And so it was truly the moment that I realized that I could use my platform to give back to others in need. And that was, for me personally, what defined success. I just felt so full of love, and that was the legacy ultimately that I wanted to leave behind for my boys, is the love for humanity and being a part of doing something greater than yourself. And for me, using my God-given ability to embark on some of these athletic adventures in acts to give back to those in need, and that is what defines success.
You're listening to Can You Survive This podcast? Thanks for tuning in. Please make sure to subscribe, rate, and share on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your favorite shows.